So we will start from using the same program as in previous lecture to send humidity, temperature, and light to the Node MCU board. And you can see here, if you look at NETPIE, you see that the device is online and the data is written to the shadow of the device. Okay, which means that this is working okay. Now, to use Node-RED, you have to add another device. Okay, you have to create another device and group them together. So you create a device called the Node-RED device or something. Okay, so you will use this information to apply to Node in the Node-RED later on. But first, let's group this together. Okay, so create new group. Let's call it group 1, like that, and group these two together. Okay, move to group 1 here. Okay, now these two are grouped together so they can communicate. Now, for this exercise too, we need to use this node MQTT in because we want to bring in the data from the hardware to this node lane. So drag that to the flow here and configure this. So click on this to configure it and add new MQTT buffer. Maybe NETPIE. Okay, and this should be broker NETPIE.io. The client ID use that. The new one that we create. Okay, so copy this. For the security, we get the token. Okay. And okay. The last one is the secret. Alright. Click deploy. When I click deploy, see that is the status show connected with the green here, so it can it's ready to communicate with NETPIE. Get back to the slide. We see that we want to see how the message from the Node MCU look like. It should look like this. So in order to see this, you have to use the debug node. Use the debug node as an output. So we'll do that in our flow. Drag the debug node here. This is the device that is connected to the hardware, and this is the one that is the data, has the data in the shadow. So in this setup, so shadow data update is the data in the shadow and colon, and then the device that is connected to the hardware. Okay, deploy, and now we can see the data. Okay, and it look like that we have in the slide. right? Okay, the format should look like this. Now our next task is how can we extract the humidity, temperature, right, data value from this long string of message. So disconnect this message payload and put the split node at the output like this. So what is the first split thing? If you look at this message, a long message here, if I split at humidity word like this, I should get the value of the humidity up front, like so. I should get the in this case 71, the number 71. Okay, so we split using put it in there. So put the substring humidity in quote like this and colon as well. Let's see how it works or not. I want to see the message after the split. So when we deploy, you see that now the thing is split. Okay, and let's clear that. Okay, and you see that the thing is split into two substring here, and the first substring has no information that we want. It's just system information, right? So we want this number 71, and then we want to split furthermore for the temperature and the light and the place here. So we will use the switch node to do that. Disconnect this and bring in the switch node here. So you can see that we do this step by step so that you understand the process. Okay, and then we want to see that after this what would happen if we put the switch node on like this. 1. Okay, because the index starts from 0. Okay, we need to change this as well. Message payload, we change it to message at dot path index like this. Now you see that we get rid of the first substring that we don't want, and now continue extracting the value of the temperature, light, and the string from one here. Okay, so the final series of the split and switch look like this, and at the end I have the value that I want. Okay, and I get rid of all the other uh, on the other thing that I do not want using this split and switch. Okay, so now we are ready to replace this debug node with node late. Okay, with that board node. Okay, and we see that for the third okay, for the first, second, and third here output here we want to use the gauge, right? So just find the gauge in here and replace. Fed the first one with the humidity gauge. And you have to do some setup with that. IGR dashboard. Okay, the type gauge and label. The first one is the humidity, right? Format unit. So is the range maximum maybe 100. And here we want to set when the gauge change color. So this is optional. Maybe put some value like this. Name humidity. So change all the debug nodes to the gauge dashboard like this and deploy. Okay. Now select the dashboard page. Okay, if it can shown, and then click on the output. You will see that the value is displayed as a gauge. Okay, temperature, light, humidity, and place. If the order is not what you like, you can rearrange it. Okay, by going to here, and maybe you want place at the bottom like this. Now you have the place at the bottom as desired.